The weather is in transition from El Nino to La Nina, says noted meteorologist Drew Lerner. And with that will come a shortage of moisture next spring.
And once we got into the year 2020, we immediately went into a La Nina, right? And the 22-year solar cycle and La Nina, they don't get along really well. We end up with a lot of dryness. And in 2020, we developed this North American drought that extended from Mexico clear up into Canada. And we've been dealing with it ever since. Even today, we still have drought in all those same places. The drought in the U.S. obviously is further to the east than it was in 2020 and 2021. But yeah, so that's where the root is. And of course, it's been impacted by first La Nina and now El Nino, and we're still dealing with the same issues. We thought maybe we would see a change with El Nino come around, but that so far hasn't been the case. And but I think it will be. We've got one more year left in what I think is some pretty adverse conditions, and we will break away. But we do have to deal with another year of this, I think. Yeah, we have not turned the corner. You know, we still have drought on the drought monitor right across a big part of the central U.S. You know, portions of the plains and western Corn Belt still dealing with that. The good news is that this is autumn, and it should get cooler, right? We've had a crazy warm autumn so far, and that hasn't helped our moisture profile much, you know. But what we're concerned with is that we're not going to be able to generate a lot of moisture coming up from the Gulf of Mexico because the dominating weather pattern this winter will be very classic El Nino, which is a northwest flow. So the jet stream is going to be bringing cooler air once in a while and certainly not a lot of moisture. So that means we're going to go through a big part of the winter without much relief in these drier biased areas. And when we get into the spring, we're still going to be dealing with the same kind of flow pattern for a while longer. And so we'll end up with still fighting moisture deficits in the spring. I think we'll have like maybe a 2 or 3 week, no, I won't say 2 or 3 week, but a few week period in the spring where we can get some better precipitation to occur before we go into the summer pattern. But from what I've looked at so far, we're going to see some more ridginess in the middle of the country, you know, a drier bias, warmer than normal temperatures, all that. So if we don't get rid of these moisture deficits in the next few weeks, we're probably going to be fighting a similar fight in 2024.
Lerner says soil moisture levels are quite low, and it'll take extra time for the soil to recharge with water and provide a sufficient amount for 2024 crops.